Hi everyone, it's Emma from MK Plans and welcome back to another video. Today's video is going to be my weekly plan with me for the week of September 27th through October 3rd. And it is officially Halloween time! I am so excited. This is my first Halloween spread of the season. If you watched my kit lineup video, which I'm hoping went up before this video, but I'm not 100% sure. So if you watch that, or if you will watch it, I go into kind of detail about my Halloween lineup, obviously, and the fact that I'm using 6 different kits, which is my most ever, so I'm very excited about that. I have a huge mix of artists, art styles, colours, foil, and I'm just so excited to get into it. So I'm not going to go into more about my other kits at this stage because, I mean, you'll have seen that or you will see that video. So I'm just going to talk about this one, which, again, I did talk about that video. I feel like this must happen all the time. Like, I talk about them in my kit lineup video, and then I also go through them at the start of my plan with me. But I think it's just, like, in my head because I just filmed that kit lineup video literally just before. So I think to me it feels like I'm saying the same thing back to back, but it's kind of normal. I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to go through it because, you know, you might not watch both videos and that's fine. So this is the kit here, the full boxes. So it is art by Kitnish Jess from last year. I was heavily inspired by Just Lovey Dovey on Instagram. If you haven't checked her out, you should. She's amazing. She also has a YouTube channel, but I was inspired by her spread using this kit from last year and the same foil bundle that she used. I literally went and bought this kit last year because I didn't want it to sell out, and the same foil bundle. So yeah, I was heavily inspired by her. And I can't wait to sort of see how my spread turns out. So these are the full boxes here. It is based on Disneyland Paris at Halloween. So I thought this was the perfect tie-in because it is the 50th anniversary of Disney World this week. So although this is Disney Paris, it is still very much Disney and Halloween. So I thought it was a perfect combo. So this is a mini kit because back when I bought this last year, I did not realize that mini kits in this new format are not enough for me. So I'm a little bit stressed about that, but I'm gonna have to make it work because it's what I've got. I do have these extras, so I bought the that's a freebie. I bought the Fashion Girls here, the 15mm, which I'm not gonna use, the glitter headers, and then the label sampler. And then the foil bundle that Just Lovey Dovey pulled in is this black matte with, I think it's sparkly rainbow. I don't know if she used sparkly rainbow or just normal rainbow, but I bought the sparkly one. This is probably like the best, I'm just looking at the viewfinder, this is probably the best foil I've ever seen on camera. Like, that looks incredible. I think it looks almost better on camera than it does in person, holy shit. So yeah, I'm using this matte foil bundle, which I never have before, so I don't use date covers, so unfortunately I won't be pulling those in. And also I think it'll probably be too much using the black headers, so I'm only going to use a couple on the sidebar. So this will be my main foil, I guess. And then I'm using this Simply Gilded washi because, hello, like, how good of a match is that? And then I also am just adding in a few little accents. So I'm using these rainbow header overlays. I'm using some circle icons because those are my favorite, where there's not like a circle icon in this format. And then I'm pulling in silver bougie boxes because I thought any other color would be too overwhelming. I normally do hollow when I do what am I trying to say? When I do rainbow, I normally mix in hollow, but I just thought hollow would be too overwhelming, so I decided to go with silver. And hopefully they just fade into the background, that's my plan. And I'm going to be using black scripts. So pretty much the only thing silver will be the bougie boxes. I just didn't really know what else to do. So I'm going to switch to the voiceover and get into it. And we are back with voiceover me. So I've had some really positive feedback on this style of video. As I mentioned, I don't know if it was in the last one or the one before, like I was really struggling to film these spreads because it just, you know, wasn't working for me, but I was hoping that this format was like still what you guys wanted to see, and I've had some really positive feedback on it, so I'm going to continue doing this for now. And mixing it up, of course, with my like plan ahead spreads and that sort of thing. But I pretty much just set up my camera and film when I do my base, and then if I need that footage, I'll use it. If I don't, I won't. But I don't feel like I'm forced to like film, or I don't feel like I'm doing anything different. I use the same like lights when I'm filming and everything. I just, excuse me, I just turn the camera on and we're good to go. So, as I mentioned in my little intro clip, which I kind of forget what I said because I filmed that like 2 weeks ago and I didn't listen to it before I did this voiceover, but I'm pretty sure I would have run through the kit and explained like what I'm using and how I really love just lovey-dovey spread from last year, and that's what inspired me. So you can see I decided to pull in the Simply Gilded washi, and I'm pretty sure I said this in the intro that it kind of doesn't really make sense because the second strip of that matte washi was a bow rainbow anyway, and I just went and like pulled in a whole nother washi instead, but I think it looks good. I love this Simply Gilded washi, and any excuse I have to use it, I'm going to use it, and then I'll just save that other one for something else, I don't know. But I realised as I was laying the base down, and you'll probably see it because I put in a photo of just lovey-dovey spread, but I think the thing that really tied her spread together was the use of the date covers. And I don't use date covers, so I feel like mine looks a little bit unbalanced because the black is so heavy at the bottom. And then she had the black headers at the top to, as I said, to like balance it out. And I don't have that, so I feel like it's very bottom heavy. But I still think it looks amazing. And I'm so happy that I decided to go with the black rainbow. I probably could have pulled in like a purple, a sparkly orange, or a sparkly pink. I feel like would have looked really good as well. But I'm glad I decided to use, like I stuck to my guns and used the matte rainbow because I bought it for this kit, and to be honest, I probably like won't use it again or wouldn't have used it otherwise because I don't really like the format of it. It's kind of clunky and hard to use. Like I really had to work to pull in the flags especially, so it wasn't looking like I just slapped black bottom washi on the bottom and then that was it. I think I probably maybe could have done like one strip of the black bottom washi and one strip of the kit washi, but I really didn't like the kit washi, so I don't know. I just think it looks a little bit bottom heavy, but I really like it overall. If you want to see some photos of it, I'll be posting on Instagram. I post my Instagram photos about 1 week behind, so this spread I'll be posting like this week that I'm living in because in life I'm up to the next week. So you can kind of see what I mean, I guess, about like it being bottom heavy, but overall I'm really happy with the spread. I'm really happy that I decided to use this art again and I didn't like pull out of it because you all know how bad the first one was. Like just last year's spread was just awful. If you haven't seen it and you want to see it, you can go and check out my top 10 worst spreads of all time. That'll probably give you an indication of what I think of that spread, but it's in there. So it looks totally different, but it's the same art and like it's just different colorway. And I really hated how it turned out. So I'm so glad I decided to go for it again because it really just looks great and I love it. So I'm just putting down my base, as you can see. I mentioned that I was pulling in silver bougie boxes because, one, because I didn't have rainbow bougie because I'm not using like a new foil bundle, and two, when I normally use rainbow, I pull in hollow, but I didn't feel like hollow went with this kit. I just feel like it would have been way too much. And then I got my US box in the day after I filmed this base, and I realized that I bought rainbow bougie boxes from Planet Choco. Well, they're not really bougie boxes, they're like underlays, I guess, to use with this kit, and I totally forgot about it because I ordered them so long ago. However, I am really glad that I decided to forget about those and use silver, because I really think silver was the right choice. I think it sets off the colours of the kit without being like too matchy, and I think rainbow would have been way too overwhelming and just looks, you know, chaotic. There's already enough going on with the art and the colours of this kit. I think that would have just like sent it over the edge. So I'm really happy that I forgot about them, which sounds ridiculous, but anyway. And now I have 4 pages of these underlays, rainbow Halloween themed underlays, which I might keep them and use next year, or I might put them in my giveaway pile. I'm not really sure yet, but I'm glad that I stuck with silver because it really, as I said, it's a really nice background for me. And I know a lot of people are really into underlays. Like there's some, you know, shops that are pretty popular that like sell that many different underlays, and I know people love them. They're just not my thing. I don't use bougie boxes so you can see them. I use them, one, so it's really easy to pull up stickers. That's honestly like one of the biggest reasons. And two, I just like a really subtle hint of colour underneath. All these crazy patterns and stuff that, you know, I see being hauled and everything, like just honestly freak me out because I think it's too busy for my taste. So I think the rainbow underlays would have just been too much, and I'm glad I went with silver. My apologies, that was my work email that just went off. I'll just turn my sound off so it doesn't happen again. But yeah, so that's a very long-winded story about why I like silver with this kit, but I'm glad I stuck with it. I did put I bought overlays in rainbow to go with this kit as well, and I did end up putting them on like after I filmed this. I think I got to honestly about here. I was doing my sidebar and I realized that I didn't have any full box overlays, and I'm like, oh my god, what am I going to do? I have, don't let me be dramatic. I haven't done no overlays in like 3 years, so I was freaking out, but then I was like, no, it's okay, the art like speaks for itself, blah 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 blah. And then anyway, I ended up getting my box in and there was overlays, so it was fine. So I ended up putting those on the boxes, which you'll see if you look on Instagram, but I didn't pop them on in this video. Next, I think you'll see me struggle for a good probably 3 minutes on this extender. Like I fully have, oh no, this one's actually pretty good. Or maybe not. Don't let me speak too soon. I think the one that I just laid down, I used the Spooky Pumpkins kit from SPC for next week, and it took me about 4 minutes to get it right, which is ridiculous because I know how to do it. I know the process. I just have to stare at it for 10 minutes each time. But no, that one actually was pretty quick. I have been doing this sort of sidebar anytime I have a toolbox, essentially, because my preferred sidebar is toolbox, or my preferred sidebar is 3 boxes, like 3 full boxes. But then I also like to mark at least 1, if not 2, like kind of milestones or significant things for the week. And when I use a toolbox, I don't have room to do that. It just fits perfectly 3 boxes. So I've really been liking doing this little like extender situation. Also helps me get to use like more full boxes, but I get to pop my toolbox in my other 2 boxes, and I still get to pop like in highlights for the week. I don't know. you can see what I'm doing. So I've really been enjoying that. I think I've done it like the last 3 weeks in a row, maybe even 4 weeks. As I said, essentially anytime that there's a toolbox, I will do it. That's right. Now I'm watching the footage. I remember I really struggled with getting the spacing of this right. I could not get it to look like even, and in the end I just gave up. So I just use, like, I have sticker paper because I used to make my own scripts and stuff, so I have leftover sticker paper. I just, as you probably saw, I just hack it with scissors, cut a strip, and then that's my, like, box. I don't use the actual specific extenders anymore. I used to use those, but then I realized that you literally do not need to do that. I watched Andrea from SPC. If you've seen that video, like, she goes into how she does it, and it's pretty much that. Like, I pretty much do that sort of system, I guess. Yeah, so that's how I've really been enjoying the sidebar. Like, just, I don't know. I feel like it looks good. It adds a little something. I generally don't do extender boxes in my base because I plan ahead. So I don't really know when I'm going to need an extender. So if I get to a day and I'm doing my day by day and I need an extender, I'll generally do like a half box extender, because I realistically don't ever have that much to mark unless I'm on like a holiday or something, in which case I do day extenders. But other than that, I don't need them, so I don't really use them. So I'm really happy that I'm getting to play with them in my sidebar. I'm still yet to try the like Glam Planner double box / toolbox kind of thing. I really, really want to try it, but I just always forget. I do like where I put my Glam Planner double box, like in the side, not in the sidebar, in the, like on the weekend, but I really think I want to try the double box toolbox thing. So maybe I'll do that with one of my Halloween kits that I've got coming up. If you saw my October kit lineup, you know I'm going all out for Halloween. Like, I feel like I'm going more out for Halloween than I am for Christmas. I think I filmed a plan ahead video that I don't actually know if I'll end up posting, just because it doesn't really fit in with my schedule, where I talked about Christmas. I'm just not really vibing with any of the art so far. I've got one kit left over from last year. I have one kit that I want to buy. It's like the summer art, because we never get summer Christmas art, and I obviously live in the southern hemisphere and it's summer for Christmas. And then that's it. The only two kits that I love so far. Silly Studio just brought out some new Christmas art, and to be honest, it's not my favorite of all time. I still love it more than I love all the other Christmas art, but it's not my favorite, so I don't know if I'm gonna buy it. But that's it. I've got 2 kits. Like, that's crazy. I also just bought Glam Planner's Thanksgiving kit, even though I do not have room for a Thanksgiving kit. I don't celebrate Thanksgiving. It's so good. I had to buy it. So, I feel like I love the holidays, but also I hate them because it's so stressful. It's so expensive, but it's worth it, honestly, when like my spreads look like this, and I'm just so happy. This is the first one that I've laid down so far, and I'm just so happy with it. I feel like I'm just like talking about random shit at this point, but anyway, I'm so happy with how this is laid down. I've currently only laid down the base for my next week, which is Spooky Pumpkins, and then tomorrow I'll be laying down the base of Trick or Treat, I think, which is so exciting. If you watched my October lineup, you would see that myself and Sam from Samantha Marie Plans swapped out a colour. And she just sent me on Instagram, like, her, she's laid the base down because she's using it the week before me, and it looks so good, and I just can't wait to lay mine down and just, like, play. I just love playing with stickers. That's what I'm here for. That's why I have a planner. That's why I spend all this money on stickers, because I just love it. It's so fun. So that's my base. I think it looks 10 out of 10. I really just think it as I said, came out everything I wanted. It just is a bit bottom heavy with the black, but I don't think it is a deal breaker. I still think we're all good. I'm just popping in the little deco bits from like this. It's a super old wiggle, so there's like bows and stars and like just random stuff, honestly. So I only used a few of those just to kind of like sprinkle it in, and other than that, like I just left it. So yeah, that is my base. I'll do a quick wiggle. I'm obsessed with the bottom washi. It honestly looks 10 out of 10. That's it. Thanks guys for watching, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye!